Good morning, friends. Anne here. Got my cup of coffee, got the Word of God, and today's reading is from Philippians chapter 4, verses 4 through 9. Friends, there is so much in this passage. I actually am going to go live later in our Facebook group for prayer, and I'm going to do my first TikTok live later for prayer and to talk about the rest of the stuff in this passage. But today, for our morning devotional, let's talk about one verse, and that is verse 8. Verse 8 says this: "And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing. Fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about things that are excellent and worthy of praise." I love this phrase, fix your thoughts. Friends, I think a lot of times in our lives, we don't realize that we have the power to fix our thoughts, to control the things that we think about, to control the things that come into our mind. And instead, we just kind of act like a receiver where all of the gates are open and anybody can come in, any thought can come in and take up any space in our minds. But actually, we have the power with Christ to fix our thoughts on the things that are good. So what happens if you have thoughts that are not good? If you have thoughts of anger and jealousy and malice, and you have thoughts of harm, doing harm to yourself, doing harm to other people, if you have thoughts that put other people down, if you have thoughts of worry and anxiety and ruminating over things that are outside your control, what then? Do you just sit there and think about it as if you have no power? No, you have the power to fix your thoughts. Friends, here's the thing that I want you to remember when you are reviewing and reflecting on the thoughts that you have. I want you to remember that you think about the good and you pray about the rest. Friends, the thing is that oftentimes we have these worries, we have these anxieties, we have these thoughts that are not good, and we say, God, remove them, but yet we continue to allow them free reign in our brain. And every time you find yourselves ruminating over something and overthinking about something that is negative, that brings you down, that brings other people down, that is against what God would have you think about, that is not good, spend that time in prayer as well. Don't just say, God, fix it and make it better and take these thoughts away and then continue to think the thoughts. As long as those thoughts are in your head, continue in prayer. Pray and ask God to take them from you. Pray and ask God to renew your mind. Pray and ask God to remind you of what is good in your life, of what you are thankful for, of all that He has given you. Friends, think about the good and pray about the rest. Let me read the verse one more time before we leave. "And now, dear brothers and sisters, one final thing, fix your thoughts on what is true and honorable and right and pure and lovely and admirable. Think about these things that are excellent and worthy of praise." Think about the good and pray about the rest. Have a good day.